Good afternoon and welcome to the Stick Tap Sports Network. Today, we're going to be talking about kind of revisiting the SuperStar baseball project that I started several months back. Um, Kind of give you an outline and an update as to where things stand at the moment. This is the version that was put together by Phil Graham, and downloaded these a couple years back and just started to play with it about 6, 7 months ago. Um, Downloaded the PDF, made images of the individual cards per team as uh, as um, as provided in the download. So yeah, just to kind of give you an idea, what I do is I play the games digitally. I've built a my own dice roller in Excel, and I've automated some of the process. I think I showed a little bit of that on a video I did about, I think it was sometime last month. I manage both teams, but I do let, because I am not into pouring over individuals and building lineups. I like to play games, so I have input the uh, the the players along with their ratings into Digital Diamond. And so I play the games. I use that as the board companion, and I play all the games manually. So dice roll from first out to the end of the game. And um, just to kind of give a little bit of an outline of the project, I have, as I said, I took there's 30 Major League Baseball teams, right? Everyone, not, maybe not everyone, but most of us know that. I decided to focus on the the original 16 teams plus the first four expansion teams in the 60s. So that would have been those original 16 plus the um, the Houston Astros, the New York Mets, the Washington Senators, and I'm probably forgetting, and I am forgetting another one. And pardon me for letting that escape me, but or maybe that was them. That's only three though. Nonetheless, so 20 teams are part of this division. It's one big super division. Um, what I'm going to do is when the season's over, and there's 38 game season, so each team plays each other twice, one game at home, another away. Um, the What I'm going to do is kind of as an ongoing project. I've got the top four teams will qualify for a playoff, so we'll do like a. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a best 4 out of 7 for the first round, and then 4 out of 7 for the championship. And so the top four teams will qualify for the playoffs. The bottom four teams are going to get booted, and they're going to get dropped down to a second tier division, and the top four from that second tier division will get promoted into this top super division. Um, the Just kind of give you an idea, that'll consist of the 10 expansion teams starting in 1969 to the last expansion that we had, as well as I'll be building a few other teams. I've been thinking about potentially breaking up some of these some of these other teams into well, like let's say for example the Washington Senators, who were then the Nationals for a bit, and then became the Minnesota Twins. I'm thinking that because of the amount of players that are available, I think there's like over 2 or 3 thousand players. I might have that number wrong, but what I will be doing is building out, maybe separating the Senators, the original Senators, into one ball club, and then the Twins players from 1960 on, just kind of as an idea there. I'll keep you posted on how that works out, but I'm in the process of building out that second division, and as I said, I'll keep you posted on how that's going to work out. So right now, how things stand are kind of surprising. A few surprises here. The top four teams currently are the Cincinnati Reds. These are the all-time teams: the Reds, the Angels, which is a surprise. The Cubs and the Red Sox are the top four. You've got a few teams that are, kind of got their eye on sneaking into that top four. You've got the Detroit Tigers, and surprisingly, once again, the Texas Rangers. Almost said the New York Rangers. um, the so that's how things stand. You can see how kind of the middle tier is kind of bunched up there. Got a couple of surprises at the bottom. The Dodgers are 1-6, and they just lost a heartbreaker to the Pirates. Uh, they've struggled to score runs. They've had good pitching, but they just are not scoring runs. Um, as I said, they lost to the Pirates on a Roberto Clemente home run, 3-run home run in the bottom of the 14th to walk it off for the Pirates. So that was a lot of fun. Um, the Yankees got off to kind of a slow start, but they've kind of been creeping up the standings. They're 4-3. Um, they got a big game coming up against the White Sox here. Both teams are tied at 4-3, and so. But also then looking at kind of the bottom of the standings there, so you got the Dodgers, the Astros, and the Mets, all at 1-6 currently. The Orioles are 2-6. So those are your four teams that are currently in that relegation zone, with the Oakland Athletics kind of just barely above that line. Yeah, you will notice that I use the current where the team currently resides. I'm also playing that, like, as far as stadium images and digital diamond. Um, yeah, so that's what the standings look like, and then we'll move on to the kind of some of the events or big performances that have occurred so far. Um, the Reds' Joey Votto, that's a typo. That should be 6 RBI, not 8. But he did have 6 RBIs in one game, and currently leads the league with 10, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's tied with Hank Greenberg, if I'm not mistaken, of the Detroit Tigers. Um, so Votto, mind that error, 6 RBIs against the Mets. Ty Cobb, recently, again, a game against the Braves, the Tigers won. He stole 3 bags. Eddie Collins against the Rangers swiped 3 bags as well. The Boston Red Sox, Pedro Martinez struck out 13 A's in a game earlier in the season, and Cleveland Sam McDowell also with 12 Ks in a game against the Cardinals. Some of the league leaders, I'm not going to go like too heavy into all the different categories. Maybe I will when we reach the midpoint of the season. As you saw earlier, we're still like 8 games, around 7 or 8 games into the season. So it's gonna be a little bit before this is completed, because I do have some other projects that I'm playing as well. But this has been a fun one and a very interesting one. Um, yeah, as you can see, the leader in batting average is Joey Votto, surprisingly at 464. You've got some names up there, obviously. Bobby Dewar of the Red Sox at 458. Al Simmons, 444 for the Athletics. He's a Philadelphia Athletic, actually, but they now are playing in Oakland. Well, soon to be Las Vegas, I guess. Who knows, maybe. Harry Heilman of the Tigers batting 441, and Ty Cobb of the Tigers at 421. That's been kind of an offensive powerhouse in the league so far, the Tigers. Home runs, the Angels also are kind of a team with a lot of power and flex their muscle quite often. As you can see, Brian Downing and Tim Salmon are among the leaders with 4 and 3 respectively. For the Angels, Johnny Bench with 3 home runs, Greenberg with 3, Dean Palmer of the Rangers with 3. Um, Pitching stats are kind of bunched up a little bit, so I didn't want to really go too deep into that because every team is loaded with pitching. But just so you can see, leaders in wins currently, Coleman of the Rangers, Mort Cooper of the Cardinals, Lefty Gomez of the Yankees, John Hiller of the Tigers, and Fergie Jenkins of the Cubs. And Jenkins has been pretty solid with both of his starts so far this year. Pedro Martinez, 23 Ks. I think that's through 2 starts. Jenkins there with 20, Bob Gibson with 18, Marichal and Hippo Vaughn with 16 to be tied for fourth in strikeouts. So that's going to be it. But I thought it'd be fun to just get on and show a little bit of what's going on with this league. Um, Probably we'll show. I'm thinking maybe show a little bit of the game the next time I record or next time I upload a video. Might be of that White Sox and that Yankees game. It could be some fun. As I said, both teams are kind of fighting for that to get into that the qualify for a playoff position. So leave it at that. Please do click like and subscribe after watching this video. Also, if you have any questions about any particulars about the way the league is set up, maybe statistics on a particular player. I think you'll note that there's some players missing from this. You'd think that maybe a Babe Ruth or a Jimmy Fox or even like a Willie Mays or a Bobby Bonds or Barry Bonds would be in the home run lead. Like I said earlier, I allow the Digital Diamond to handle both lineups and as well as transactions. So some of these guys are, even though they're some of the better players that these teams have seen, transactions are keeping them out. I mean, transactions meaning they've just been taken off the roster and will be put on at random. So I, that's something I'm allowing Digital Diamond to do. I might, after this season's over, rethink how that's being done. But yeah, so it does make things interesting, and it does put out some interesting lineups. But nonetheless, it's a lot of fun because all these players are pretty decent ball players, as you know. So okay, so without further ado, I will be heading out. Have a good day. Thank you.